and then I send it there too and say Happy Women's Day, Tenma, because it was so.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You sick in the head! I don't want to see nuts. Actual, someone's nuts on ice cream.
Oh, right. No. She's got a point there. She's got a massive point right here. You don't want to see nuts on. Obviously, you want to see booba. You want to see big old kitties, mommy milkers, big old bahonkaroos on ice cream. Like that one Twitter trend about books, Tenma balls. How do you even get an image like that? How do you find? Do you just search up man testicles on ice cream into Google and just have that part of your search history? Like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever, fine. You could do that.
Channel 1 said, I saw you about to open up a new tab looking like you wanted to see for yourself. One Corruptional 1 said, exposed.
You know, I was tempted to literally type what I was saying out, but then I wouldn't want to hit enter and have that on screen stream and get banned for nudity. I could just say it's for educational purposes. That'll be fine.
Walk around the, like.
Also, cat ears. I mean, I could get like blowing a bra, but I would have to be like just a bra, but then you see, not a blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I can English. I would have to get not headphones, because headphones are not very good for my ears because they're fucked. Because it keeps irritating the area around my ear, so I had to use earbuds instead, and stick them in my ear. But then it brings a whole issue like earwax being crammed in. But I got like massive ear. Oh yeah, I got such big ear. Anywho, that's why I can't really get a headphones unless I want to get irritation behind my ears and get a big old fucking rash there. So instead, I have to get one of these, but headband things. So you can wear it on your head, like for Christmas. So Christmas, you get like badoomp. You go for Christmas headphones, ears, stuff. You get that. Reindeer, that's the word I was looking for. Reindeer things you put on during Christmas. I get but for Neko ears instead. That's the only reason how I would, or not reason, the only reason how, no. The only method how I would have those on my head. Yes. Anywho, burp. Albino is like if PewDiePie, I know that man, lived in a mental asylum for half of their life. I see. Except I didn't really watch PewDiePie a lot, because very limited stuff when I did have access to internet. There's like library stuff that was like cool Mac games and whatnot, and then Wi-Fi at home, and there's like very limited YouTubers that I were allowed to watch because mother was being good parent, because unfettered access to internet when children, not good. Very not good. But I only started watching him when he started his hardcore death world Minecraft. Was it hardcore, which is normal? I don't know. His most recent one, long-standing one, anyways. That's when I started watching him. Yeah, just in time to see him with make family with Bjorn. It's odd that there's a J in the name. You don't pronounce the J. I mean, you don't pronounce the K in night. Or the G in dough. That's fine. Never mind. English has its own stupid things.
I also have this habit of, like, when I walk around, like, it happened recently in the city. Across the pedestrian crossing, and I'm on my phone because, like, I'm a pedestrian. I'm walking.
One
Terraria music?
One said, I think this takes the cake for the yap fist.
Sure. That's me. That's my brand of content. If I had like thousands of people, like, yeah, he has, yeah. If it would be like 50 years down the road, I'm gonna get like 2 people. Be yapping a lot. That's me, Mr. Yapser. And then if I get even more, like 5 people talking at once, I'm literally never gonna be able to accomplish anything on stream.
When a pedestrian is walking on the pedestrian crossing, they have the right
One
to
corruptional
right?
one said,
If
I'm
you
not complaining, keep yapping.
Yeah. But like, I honestly have to watch this video, otherwise I'm gonna stand here and continue yapping. I'm waving my hands around like Mr. Donald did on the presidential stage.
Pedestrian is walking on the pedestrian crossing, they
Can't
have
see
the
that because I
right
don't
of
have
way,
cam
right?
on. I
If you
really,
get
my God, I really need to pause the videos whenever I'm talking because
eye
I don't
contact
just,
with a
so I
car,
don't just over talk them
you
and
look
miss
both ways,
very important
cars have
content while I'm
stopped,
doing this, making it
I
all
will
about me and
walk.
not them.
At my pace, I'm walking on the pedestrian crossing. When a pedestrian is walking on the pedestrian crossing, they have the right of way, right?
Yes.
If
Yes.
you get eye contact with a car, you look both ways, cars have stopped, I will walk at my pace while looking at my phone because there is no danger, right? But I'm not gonna run over the ways.
You look at your phone while you're crossing the road? That, I mean, if you make sure it's correct both ways, safe. And what I mean by correct is a safe is correct. Ways, right? And you just look at your phone and start walking?
Snow people SMHH.
Like, what do you mean? I don't know. Maybe it's like I live down here in the desert and they're fucking baking their brains here. And so Arizona drivers aren't the most sanest. But I'm sure everybody says that, but they're snow people. Okay. Snow people, I only know in the context of snowbirds, because there's a lot of people that migrate over to Arizona whenever it's for the winter, and then bolt when it's for the summer.
Yeah, drivers in Minnesota here are insane.
But the excuse for insane people here is like the heat, fucking gone, no more brains, just mush. So
one corruptional one said
how unfriendly it is too. It's like very
we are
tar.
At following road rules.
Well, unfortunately, I don't fit in this context because I don't have a driver's license. I have a permit. Like a whole little slip that you do, like, hey, practice driving, and then take a test, and then you get it for real. I had that for like fucking 3 years now. She's like, oh, it's always next Friday to go practice driving. I'm very bad with the pedals. I never had practice of driving, so I'm bad at pedals. Now, how much force do I put on the gas and brake? I didn't really need to because I live in a city where Waymo is capable, or Uber or Lyft, or my mom never really had an issue getting around. So never had to learn how to drive, but I am planning on learning how to drive this year.
One corruptional one said, I wish stuff was more walkable.
Or fucking real. Where I live, it's a lot more walkable, and there's a lot more like smaller businesses around. But when you go out, where I think it's super centers, super shopping centers.
One corruptional one said, I live in one of the more walkable neighborhoods, and compared to like Denmark, it's still very unwalkable.
Walkable cities with better public transport. Motherfucker, we had trains. With the Wild West, trains, synonymous. You think Wild West, you think train heists. And yet, for some fucking reason, America decided to like, nah, we don't really want train business. I mean, New York can keep the trains and subways, but everywhere else, fuck you. We could have been like having lots of trains. I'm not very much of a train guy, but I do enjoy trains, right? They're pretty cool, especially Minecraft. But there's no mods for like Minecraft.
Said Minneapolis and St. Paul are pretty decently walkable, but those are the big cities. One corruptional one said, I do not live in the big city. 9. One corruptional one said
9. Yeah, walkable cities would be so amazing. But I don't. It is slowly kind of happening. Some areas around my city, but it's very slow progress. Obviously, building is pretty slow, but some areas are better at walkability, even though I don't think I'll be in the state by the time that's done. Do plan on moving to a different state, because kind of living here. A spoiler alert, 24 years old, been here the entire 24 years.
For reasons, and just walking around and getting like a coffee feels so good.
Yes, I'm jealous of other cities or countries, states that have areas where you just walk up, get up, walk out, and have like a 5-10 minute walk to a nearest, I don't know, mini store. Doesn't even have to be a super store, just a mini store. Like, oh hey, I kind of missing a little bit of fucking baking soda. What did baking soda come to mind? I don't know. You got a store within walkable distance, and
One
that's
said
nice.
this is a joint effort in yapping holy.
How long did I spend yapping? My God, this is totally going to be uploaded to my main channel as a clip for this. Like, dude, what yap a lot? I don't know how well this is going to look, but yeah, it's fine. Well, it's old person yell at clouds. But yeah, thinking about moving out of state. Been here. It's like 2025. I'll be 25 in 2 months, which means I've been here for 24 years ish, 24 and a half, because I wasn't born here. But I lived 24 years here. There's like heat. And my mom's like, yeah. Well, too much heat. Let's go move somewhere where it's not very heat. But then you got to deal with snow and other things. We don't get tornadoes nor earthquakes. Pretty nice. Wish we get heat waves, flash flooding, dust devils, scorpions. I haven't actually seen scorpions.
One corruptional one said Norway seems like such a good country though.
Yes. Countries on that side seem
One corruptional one said if you're like near Oslo it isn't nearly as cold as Minnesota.
You know, get grass greener. Okay, maybe sometimes it is, in fact, greener grass. Okay.
One corruptional one said all Scandinavian countries are peak.
I just moved to Idaho and farm potatoes. Yep. I mean, that's still in the U.S. A potato farmer.
One said Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Finland.
Yeah, sure. Sweden and Norway I know about being like, oh, wow, they'll look pretty cool and good. Of course, I don't really look at world stuff. I barely look at U.S. stuff. I should do that more. I am part of these here.
So that the cars can...
And you... Okay, that cool yapping session about pedestrians morphing into walkable cities, morphing into countries.
One said Finland is ranked as the happiest country in the world.
Well, Finland has been named the happiest country in the world for 6 consecutive years. God damn. Holy shit. It also amazes me how in Europe you can travel like an hour and you're in a different country. You travel an hour in the US and depending on what state you're in, you're still in the same state.
Way so that the cars can keep going, right? I'm just gonna walk. So I walk. And
but yeah, not looking up and staying looked up when you're crossing the road is crazy work because you don't know when another car is going to come careening from the side or somewhere.
When I do that, when I don't look around like this and I'm super aware, then they will like every car will just like doot doot like as if I'm doing something wrong. I said, oh, you stop paying attention. It's like, bro, I'm, you know, just because I'm on my phone.
It is Ferrari music.
One said whenever I'm biking on a road, I am paranoid.
In like a reaction, right?
Oh my God! Especially whenever there's like some sections of the cities will have designated bike lanes. Sometimes you get a bitch ass driver that decides like, hey, no, the bike lane's for me, or some weird
one corruptional one said it's an American
road
thing, but
rules
still.
That some road sections that also have a bike lane, but the car can also ride on that bike lane because it can legally. But then some sections don't have bike lanes.
My neighborhood has the most useless bike lane.
And some bike lanes are like the size of a car, or half the size of a car, pretty good. And others are like so fucking thin. It's insane. Like, how do you expect anyone to reasonably bike there? I mean, you can, yes, they can fit with a little bit, like I'd say like an inch on both sides, but that's uncomfortably small.
One corruptional one said it only goes in the main street and the area where you want a bike to get to places there are none.
The automobile industry is a sham, bro. It's a fucking... I was going to say psyop, but that's not right.
One said so you just have to
like,
either ride on the road or a small ass sidewalk.
Oh, riding on the sidewalk and you see like a few people up there. Oh, damn. Oh, I feel kind of bad. Now I got to have them be pushed over to the side to make way for me. Although I haven't ridden a bike in like 5 years. But I didn't live in like a suburb area during that time.
One corruptional one said I
So there wasn't
ride
very
like
many cars,
2,000
but-
feet in front of people and I just hear honk honk.
They just want to be very extra safe and sure that you
And automatic.
are aware that they are coming, you know. As if you can't hear them going their engine or car tires. Car tires? Yes, car tires. It'd be so nice. It'd be a massive improvement to cities if they had better bike lanes. Personal opinion. More incentive to go biking. Kind of. Sometimes things are still too far away.
Reaction. It's a neuron activator. When I hear a car horn, my arm, it's like, like that. There's just fingers like comes out instantly, just like
well, not me.
immediately. It just comes out, and it's got me in trouble because one time
I don't just automatically flip people off when they honk.
walking to work. I
For
was
the
outside of my workplace.
few
and my
rare times that I do go out walking, and then very even fewer times a car does honk. Well, I guess that's why it's not a very common occurrence. Like, how common of occurrence does that have to be for you to automatically just flip someone the bird as soon as you hear a honk? Yeah.
It's me. And he honks. And I was like, another time, earlier that year, in Oslo, I'm walking to work. And this one is this is the worst one. This is gonna sound like I'm making the shit up, but I really am not, because I am just that retarded. Really, I was not wrong. I was true. But I walk over a road. A guy honks at me because I'm on my phone, even though I looked over the road, and I go on my phone, and then beep, and it's like 7 in the morning because I started my shifts early. So he just beep, finger comes out, and this guy, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that I flipped him off. It was too much. It was too much. He was very mean.
Road ragers.
And he will not stand by it.
One corruptional one said I like
the
exaggerated gasp, then no further comment.
Yeah, I gotta keep this content creating machine moving, bro. I can't just stop every... God, I only made it a minute into the video before pausing again. To yap. But hey, maybe that's like the best type of content creation. I would have to get out the bits that I'm not reacting to. Yes.
I walk along the road. It's a pretty long fucking road, actually. A lot of cars. 2-lane road, but you know, a lot of basically, it's like an industrial area where I lived. I lived in a shithole.
One corruptional one said, bro, this is a 30-minute clip.
I am pulling an Asmongold. How he can turn a 20-minute clip into a 5-hour video. It's an exaggeration, obviously. Turning this 4-minute clip into a 30-minute video.
Like driving slowly with the window open.
And that way, no one can say that I'm not being transformative with my reactionary content.
Next to me,
Content in very loose quotation marks.
Trying to ignore the guy. It's like, you do it again. You do it again. What did you do to me? You do it one more time. And then I didn't notice that his window was open. So like again, I was provoked. What do? I spit in the car.
What?
The window was open. So I spit into his seat instead of on the car. I spit on the seat.
Dude.
That's the last thing I should have done. And then he's like, I can see in his eyes that the switch has...
What the hell? So
One
your reaction to someone yelling at you for flipping them, they honk at you because they think you're not paying attention, or I don't know, they're being an asshole. You flip them off, they road rage, and your reaction to their road rage is not just to move on, it's just to spit at their car. Even if their window wasn't open, right? It'd still land on the window since it went into the dude's seat. It would land on the window. It'd still get a negative reaction out of the dude. It's like, I don't know what you're fucking thinking at that point.
One corruptional
but
one
that's even worse.
Norwegian.
Just spitting into someone. Oh my god. Yeah, I'd be real. I'd be I'd be chuffed to bits as well. Yeah.
Flipped. And he's like, oh.
That's just acceleration.
I was like,
this man does not know anything about deceleration. That's not the correct word. Yeah, sure, deceleration. De-acceleration there. It's still not the correct word, but it's pronounced better. de-escalation. Yeah, he only knows escalation.
It's like,
It's still a funny story, though.
Immediately I see my spit hit the seat, and I start running. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna run. I run, and he chased me with his car.
Said,
and
you see, the strategy is just
like,
to flabbergast them so much.
Yeah.
Juking
You
a
just
car
gotta do
at
that.
the fake parking lot. And then I run away. But I'm 187 centimeters. I'm a tall guy. I have long legs. I can run fast.
Right.
So I got away. But like that was, it was really bad. I'm lucky, dude.
Yeah, you're lucky, I guess.
Don't spit into people's cars
That's
or
what
at cars. Like I don't know, man. There's no way this is for real. No, I did.
No way for
it was
okay.
like,
Sure, you could say there's no way for real, but there's 8 billion people on this planet. Chances of that actually happening, it's pretty good. Okay, well, 8 billion, I wouldn't really count infants in that category, nor people that are vegetables or very old. Well, they can't really do anything. So let's just say 1 billion for small children and 1 billion for very old people. 6 billion people on the planet that could do this.
Like I know it sounds like omega retarded, but I just spat at the car instinctively. Like it was just instinct. I spit, and then I see after the fact that my spit hits inside the car. I didn't mean to do that. Like it wasn't intended. It was just I was not going to spit at the car because what is a piece of spit going to do outside of a car? It's like
it'll escalate the situation if someone is going to get that irritated or angry at a simple middle finger after honking at a person. Honk at a person, the person middle fingers you in response, and then you in response get even angrier. And the person in response spits at your car. Yeah, that's not going to go great.
a raindrop. It doesn't matter. But
It does matter. To some. Especially when you get those car freaks, car nuts, I should say. Dudes that like baby their cars. Oh my god. Better just dig your own grave at that point.
once that little nasty spit comes inside the car seat, it's a whole different story. How did you manage that? Are you a venom snake? No, it's my response. If someone...
That's right.
Corruptional one said, look at the stream length.
3 hours? Two and a half
Corruptional
hours?
one said, when did we start watching this clip?
You can go to YouTube and rewind. If we go to here, right, and then I mute that, and then we go to here. Not here, not here. Here is not that one. Here. It was 25 minutes ago. 25-minute reactionary clip. Hell yeah. Bro, I added 20 minutes on top of this 4-minute clip.
One corruptional one said, how?
I don't know. I don't know how I do these things. But I guess that's my calling. Forget playing games. I just need to start reacting to YouTube videos. Say whatever the fuck my opinion is or whatever. You know, everybody needs more white guy opinions on stuff. There's not enough of those. And make 20-minute videos is something benign and like unimportant. Stretch it out to an hour. But this person right here definitely has a good point that I'd even think about.
It doesn't matter. Story. It's my response. If someone manages it.
There. How did you manage that? Are you a venom snake? Like, that is... let me get paint. So, got it. Anywho, see, so this is like the road right here. The sidewalk, you get the road this way. This is the sidewalk that you would have to go across, right? And there's a little person going happy on his phone. Yeah, and there we go. The eyeball staring at the phone. P for phone. And then you have the car right here, right? Car front. Boop, boop, boop. You got the rear view mirrors right here. And then you got your trunk in the back. Boop.
One corruptional one said,
oh, I got here. Fine. There we go.
One
He's a
one
man.
He's holding a prism.
I am a man of many talents. I'm a man who owns 5 of it. Anyways, here's this Mickey, the car. Whoop. The window. See the windows for the car here. Right. So this man would have to walk. That is a bad color. This man would be walking this way, right? Do 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 do. And then he'd be here now. Right. He'd be right. That's the bad guy. He'd be right right here now. So I was like beep, honk, 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 honk. This goes
One
honk.
corruptional one
Right.
said, "You have no idea. I am fucking crying right now. Help me."
Bear with me. Okay, Brian, bear with me. Don't die yet. And then he would go like, oh, whoa. He honk at me. I give him middle finger. And then he goes like, and this person's all mad now because no, he's all mad because this guy gives a middle finger. He's like, oh, he starts going blah 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 blah, and then this man decides to, when, because he's like right here now, like I'm just saying, he manages to spit like hogalooey all the way into there, right? Kaplooey into that. How? Or where's the selection tool? Or was this car like here? Was the car like here? On the sidewalk? Like, oh yeah, it goes like, yeah, dude was walking this way, la 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 la, and then he goes do 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 do.
One corruptional one said, "Is that a mole?"
And then he started driving forward, and then he spit, and then this man spits over here, right? And then this man, because that's where he is right now, he would spit there. Hold on, let me just do this a little bit better, right? Okay, see, this man would then go like, oh la 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 la. Hey, stupid. There we go. Hey, honk.
One corruptional one said, "I forgot what point you're even trying to convey."
Honk, honk.
One corruptional one
then,
said, no, please don't do it again."
And then he goes, oh, what the hell? And then he gives you a middle finger, right? And then he goes, blah, 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 blah. He like speaks all angrily, right? That's what he's doing. He's like speaking angrily, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, patooey. Is that how he did it? Or did this car
corruptional one said, "Brian is dying."
Drive forward while he was angry?
One corruptional one said, "Fuck, I spelled it wrong."
Brian. And then he goes Hakapatui. Or
one corruptional one
this,
said, "I deserve death."
Or this one, he goes downwards. No. He goes downwards over here, and then goes Hakapatui. And then he's like, oh shit, and then runs away. How? Oh, by the way, if you want this, it's $2. It is 2 cents for this NFT right here. Make sure you do not screenshot it. Hold on, let me sign it as nope, that's not right. As nope, that's not right. As no, that's not right. Give me the, and we're the player. There we go. I have signed it, so you know it is legit. Do not screenshot this. I will be sending it to someone that is 2 cents in my PayPal bank account. Anyways, how did this man spit into a car? He spit, because whenever I spit, it goes blit. I'm not a very good spitter, because spitters are quitters. This man has venom snake. A snake like.
No, it's my response. If someone treats me like shit, I spit at them. Like,
he's not treating you like shit. He was like honking, like, hey, hey, dumbass, make sure you're not doing. I mean, from like, hey, playing devil's advocate. Hey, dumbass, you're doing something stupid. Pay attention to the road. He's honked to get your attention, right? Like, stupid, and then you go flip him off. He's like, hey, what the fuck? Why you flip me off, you jackass? And then you spit at his car, window down or up. It's like,
like that you have 3
or I show them my finger, I spit at them, or I say profanities. I never get violent, but I make people violent.
Never get violent.
Right.
I
make people violent. I just don't
Anyways,
myself. I run.
That is one hell of a way to deal with that situation. Me personally, I would just scurry along. I'm an introvert in real life. Like, I would not do anything. I was just like, you know what I mean? Yes, but voila, that is a, that's like a 30-minute clip out of a 4-minute video from Albino Clips 1 year ago. 20K. Link to the actual video in the description below.